Hello and welcome to another episode of Battle Topics. I'm your host Clayton, along with my co-host.
I am laughing Stalk, and this week's episode, we're going to talk about rookies versus vets. We're going to talk about the benefits, the downfalls, the willing parties, and what exactly it takes for a young up-and-comer to really establish their name against somebody with a bit more notoriety. And I think we have a great guest for that. Shotti P, welcome to the program.
Yeah, what's up? What's up?
Nigga, take this L. This shit in the bag. No colonic, one punch, and all he see is stars like Nostradamus. Boy, you'll get... Can't fuck with me, nigga.
If it's not obvious already, one of the reasons we have this topic chosen for you was because you just faced Charlie Clips at the Ganick vs. Scully event in Toronto and had either battle of the night or performance of the night, a lot of people are saying. And the story behind Shotti P is pretty amazing, and I know Goalie's been riding for you for a while just based on the work you've been putting in. You had your first, correct me if I'm wrong, your first main page King of the Dot battle was Blackout 6 against Skelly, correct?
That's
And then you faced Excel at Mass 2 and Peanut at World Dom 6, and then you made it to Charlie Clips in less than a year after getting out of Ground Zero. That ascension is already pretty drastic and pretty quick. And I know you've gone on record to say that it's surreal battling Charlie Clips. Taking it back to the concept of a rookies versus vets or up-and-comers versus people that have been around for a long time, what was the importance for you in regards to your career and the progression of where you wanted to go with battle rap?
With the Charlie Clips joint, I just felt like I had to kind of approach him like I would any other battler. You know, we all know he's the great Charlie Clips, but you know, when we step in that ring and it's on, it's like none of that matters. You know, I gotta approach him like I approach everybody else.
I mean, obviously you're not a rookie. I guess you're still an up-and-comer because you keep getting better and better battles. But you have Our Wars battles going back to like 4 years ago. So you've been around the game for a while, and I think it's pretty obvious you still have hunger more than a Charlie Clips would. Charlie's battled everybody, and you're still hungry for that next plate. So that really kind of shows a difference. Do you feel like, not necessarily Charlie Clips, but do you feel like the veterans, the people who have, main evented the theaters, you think they kind of get lazy after a while? Like that hunger is gone and they kind of rest on their laurels a bit more than somebody like you would?
Yeah, I can see why it would happen, though. I mean, once you do something repetitively, just, 100 times, you did 100 battles and you've been on 100 events, it kind of, you kind of lose your drive for it. I kind of felt it a little bit, but, I had to get it back, because Charlie Clips is, you can't cruise with Charlie. So, yeah, I could see that happening. But in my personal opinion, I feel like if you want to battle or you lock a battle, you should give it your all, like, period. I mean, you know months ahead of time. You got well enough time to prepare yourself. So if you want to agree to do it, then I feel like you owe the platform and the fans to give it your 100%. That's just how I feel.
Going in to the battle with Charlie, did you think that he was going to come ill-prepared, or did you know that he was going to come strong all 3 rounds?
I wasn't sure, you know what I mean? But I felt like he had come with it because it's more than him just losing the battle. It's his team taking the L. So I feel like he don't want to be the guy to take the L for the squad. So he gonna come with it for sure. I think he came with it. First round was vintage Clips, man. Like I thought I was in trouble after that first round. But yeah, he lost a little bit of steam. Luckily for me, it was a good battle, man. It was dope, man. It was a honor battle in Charlie Clips, man. Honor.
And there's got to be a part of you that was pretty happy that he clearly tried, because even the fans, Clips is in most people's top 5, top 10 probably, but he also has that reputation of getting lazy and freestyling. So they're like, oh, he's clearly not going to try. So when, after his first round, he clearly was prepared for you and had been writing. He took it seriously, kind of what I'm sure you had been hoping he would do.
Yeah. Of course, I wanted him to take it seriously. I wanted good footage. I wanted that good classic back and forth, you know what I mean, King of the Dot battle. That's what I look for, man. I want to create classics on King of the Dot. They just live longer than any other kind of battle. You know, there's a lot of different kind of battles. You got the Carter Dean, Thesaurus type of battle. It's not really serious, bar heavy. You know, it's more of a fun type of battle. You know what I mean? But when you go against somebody like Charlie, I wanted to, you know, have that longevity, so I knew I had to come with it. I'm glad he came with it too.
Obviously, as you're saying, you know, a battle like the Sorcerer's Carter Dean, it's more of a style clash. It's more of a showcase.
Yeah.
You guys entertaining, whereas you and Charlie, it's clearly more competitive. You guys got a bit of a similar style, and you're both trying to make a different point. I mean, as somebody who's establishing his name, shit, you got Charlie Clips on the resume now. Do you see, but I don't want to, you know, do the tier shit because mid-tier, top tier, it's all whatever, but are there any young guns that you see that would love a shot at Shotti P that you might be willing to give a chance to? Like, as you approach the state of upperclassmen, is there any dudes younger than you that you see hunger in that you would like to battle?
Yeah, I mean, as far as Detroit, I feel like there's a lot of people in Detroit that want to battle.
Is there anybody in the Detroit scene with hunger that reminds you of yourself at that stage?
I could name a few guys. I mean, we got a young guy named Big Show. We got a young guy named Donnie. You know, these guys, they go to war. They do what they do. They still trying to master their craft. But yeah, I mean, I see a lot of young guys that got that same hunger. You know what I mean? That's what you need. You can't let that hunger die.
Do you think that the concept behind like team versus team, veteran versus up and comer type event, do you think that the concept behind those events will help grow the stock of up and comers quicker than it would to just climb the ladder of GZ, then instead just jump potentially a GZ card like A-War did to a real deal? You know what I mean?
Right. I feel like, yeah, I think it's a wonderful idea. I love the concept. I love the concept of rookies versus vets because on one side you got the rookie who got to prove himself. So you know he gonna basically come with his best shit, try to be the best he ever been. And then on the other side you got the vet who don't want to lose to the rookie. So he wanna come with his shit, his best shit too, because he don't want to lose to the new guy. So that just equals a good battle, man, a great battle. The whole concept of Gully versus Gannick, man, I love it, man. I can't wait for Gully versus Gannick, too. I can't wait for it, man.
Well, let's play a little hypothetical question here. Say it's 2014. Your name doesn't quite have the clout it has now. If they offered you, let's say, K-Shine, would you have accepted that battle because you're like, oh, cool, I get to spar with this vet? Or do you think it'd be better off for you to battle him now since you're a bit more seasoned, a bit more experienced, and your name holds a bit more weight? Do you think that would have been worth the look at the time when you were at a smaller name? Or do you think it'd pay off more now since a wider audience knows who you are?
Nah, I think the more you build your brand, the better it is when you finally get a big name battle. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's not about who you battle. Sometimes it's about you and your performance. And so whatever battle, whoever you battling, you got to show up and treat him like you're Charlie Cliff. You got to perform like you never performed in every battle. And it's like every battle, like to me personally, every battle, I feel like I learned something. I got something from it. So the Charlie Clips battle, every battle before that helped me do that. Without those battles, I probably would have got washed.
But would you smoke K-Shine?
I will not be afraid to say that. I will smoke K-Shine. That's one battler I do not like. K-Shine will get smoked, especially on King of the Dots. I will kill that man.
So if you were to set up a Gully versus Gannick and Gully asked for your input on who you think should be your upper tier opponent, who would you ideally want to face?
I mean, ideally, I ain't calling nobody out or nothing like that, but I would love to battle somebody like Arsenal. You know, like 2 million view guys back to back. I think that's good on the resume.
Yeah, for sure.
And being, a younger dudes love to call out the big name vets. And when the vets say no, they hide behind the excuse of they're ducking. They don't want this smoke. They're afraid of me. Do you feel that way when vets say no sometimes? It's like, why won't you give me a shot? Are you scared? Or is there a part of you that kind of, in putting yourself in their shoes, go, okay, I'm a lesser name, and they don't want to risk it. Do you kind of empathize their position, or do you feel like the vets, are getting kind of lazy and they don't want to give shots to young guys?
If you would have asked me this a year ago, I would have just told you they were scared. They don't want their spots taken. But now it's just, I feel like it got to make sense. Every battle got to make sense, or the people not going to watch it. The people not going to want it. They're not going to accept it. So it got to make sense. You got to build the hype for it. You know what I mean? You put a guy with a name against a guy with no name. I've seen it happen before. The battle happened. The guy with no name does decent, and then everybody forget about it. They forget about the battle. So it's like you still got to build your brand up to get that name. It all matters. It all counts. And get that fan base going. At least somebody that's rocking with you. Because don't nobody know you. Just if it's close, they leaning towards the vet. Off of the strength alone, they familiar with them already.
But yeah, and you've kind of grown your stock to where eyes are on you a lot now. But knowing that battle rap fans are so fickle, the second you choose a weird match or take on an opponent that you didn't really necessarily want to try for or whatever, and you lose, they're just going to revert back to, Shotti was never good. Shotti was always ass. Da, 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 da. So you're kind of reaching that status where you need to not get too comfortable because they'll jump ship ASAP.
Yeah, but that's the thing about me. It's never, I don't want to write for this, or I don't want to prepare for this guy. I'm going to prepare because this footage, man, it lives forever. I mean, these ass kickings are going to live forever. So, like, I want to be, when I look back a couple years from now, I want to remember, like, yeah, I was on point for this. I don't want to look back and be like, man, I was bullshitting. I was cruising. I shouldn't have been. You know what I mean? No regrets, man. That's why I go full throttle every time.
And you were talking earlier about, building your fan base, because obviously that's what, a battler stock is based off of. Fan base equals views equals whatever. Mm-hmm. Have you noticed in the past year your fan base grow with the exposure you've gotten? Like, obviously you got the Facebook friends and the Twitter followers. Have you seen a steady growth in that with every battle you've had, especially on King of the Dot?
Yeah. I mean, after the Skelly battle, it was like almost immediately. You know what I mean? Almost immediately, I seen just increase in views, and increase in comment likes, everything just increased. So it's like, I don't know. It's different being a main stage battler than being local, because when I was local, it felt like I had to stir up these matches, and I have to constantly make my name be seen just to be noticed. And now it's kind of like all I got to do is show up and perform well. That's all I got to do.
And it's not just a case that's only for you. It's a case for everybody. Like when you get announced as a Blackout participant, right, the fans that are familiar with you are, just like, who the fuck is this guy? How come it's not, Charlie Clips? And then obviously a year later, you're announced versus Clips, and you got a lot of fans saying, Shotti's going to smoke him. Shotti's going to take this. The fans' opinion is very easy to see. It's crazy that the fans are so quick to dislike something they're not familiar with. Yeah, and then when they realize it's something dope, that's when they turn the corner.
Yeah. That's why up and comers shouldn't take it at heart. You know what I mean? They shouldn't take it personal. That's just how it goes. They're not familiar with what you do. That's the perfect opportunity for you to show up and surprise everybody. Perfect opportunity.
Totally off topic.
Shotti, we're going into this little segment we just call off topic, kind of a play on words, whatever. It's just a bunch of random questions, lighthearted questions that we thought of just off of knowing you as like a battler and a little bit outside of battling and some of your interviews and stuff. So the first question, we noticed that you were kind of big into like superhero type shows, and we are too, and we were wondering if you could pick a superpower for a battle, which one would it be? Would you make your opponent's gun so small, or how would it work?
Oh man, that's a good fucking question. Shit.
Make their gun so small they can't even like pull the trigger, or
How tight would it be if you started flying? Like, if just in the middle of a round, you just started flying around the venue, like,
oh man,
like you know how people say they left Earth? Like, you literally left Earth. Like,
I don't even need a third round. I don't even need a third round. Just leave Earth, come down, stick the slogan. Dub, nigga.
You know what? This might be cheating. I don't know if this is because, like, if this is shitty cheating or not, but if you could control time, because, like, you could obviously pause the battle, think of a rebuttal, rewind shit, and fix your stumbles, I think that would be, like a game genie for a battle.
And that'd be dope. Like, if I could do one mulligan, one career, each career you had one mulligan. I go back to fix the City Towers battle. You know, I mean, I recovered nicely, but it's still, every time I see it, it's just cringe, and that's like my favorite battle.
Everybody's got one.
Then I'll probably rewind time when Charlie Clips wasn't such a fat, lazy pile of shit. You know, lock that battle. Shout out to Charlie, though. That's my man, man. That's my man.
Okay, so the next question is, whenever you rehearse for a battle, if you rehearse in front of a mirror, do you ever feel like you're preparing for your potential battle against Bangs?
Oh man, it's funny you said I battle Excel. I thought I was sparring in the mirror myself. I'm like, damn, we got colors and shit. That's funny, man. Bangs is hilarious though, man. That's my man too.
I know, dude. I love Bangs, dude. Bangs is crazy, bro.
Yeah, he told me good job versus Clips, but I lost game versus DNA. Oh man.
Yo, you versus Bangs got to go down sometime, dude. That'd be mirror match of all mirror matches, bro.
We don't rap, but like we favor each other a little bit, you know, because that's my son, you know. He gotta look like his dad a little bit. He's my oldest.
I mean, you two do kind of have like this like unique cadence where it's slower and then it picks back up sometimes.
Yeah. Bangs is dope though. Bangs is one of my favorites.
Like, seriously, do you really feel like you look like Bangs? Because typically when someone says, oh, you look just like so-and-so, you look at them and you're like, I don't see it. I don't look like it. Like twins feel that way. Do you really feel like you look like Bangs?
No, I just feel like we both dark-skinned with a beard, and it's just like, like by those rules, I look like B Magic as well. So it's like, I just go with it.
I can just imagine like making a trailer for you versus Bangs and just using like the same graphic and seeing if people tell.
Man.
Hey, it's got to happen one day though. All right, but all right, so we'll go on to the final question. You were talking about how you have a lot of slogans, and one of your slogans that you picked up after the Skelly battle is "Losing is never fun." And so you got on record saying that losing is never fun, and we were wondering if that still counts for your virginity too.
No, that's the only time losing is actually wonderful. That's probably the only time.
I know. I was trying to tell Brett that, but he doesn't believe me.
Yeah. He's gonna find out one day. He's gonna find out one day.
As long as I think losing's never fun, it's not gonna happen.
Man.
Oh God. All right. Well, Shotti, that's pretty much all we got. That was a good rookies versus
thank you,
rookies
man.
versus
That was the most seamless interview we've done yet. So thank you.
Oh, no doubt, man. No doubt. Anytime y'all want to have me on, I'm down.
But I appreciate it, man. We'll keep in contact, keep in touch.
Yeah, thanks again, man.
Oh, no problem, man. Y'all have a good one.
All right, you too. See you, man.